This is, I guess everybody knows, this is a public meeting for a sewer improvement project. My name's Walter Norwood. I'm with the City of Fort Worth Water Department. And we're constructing the sewer line. It's a pretty large sewer interceptor. We've got some other city staff members here. Mr. Tony Shalola at the back, Wade Miller sitting next to him. Behind them is the design consultant, Jordan Marlia. Over in the middle of the back row is your construction inspector, Stephen Martinez. Farther in the back is John Robinson. He's a construction inspector supervisor, and Sally Ellertson set up this meeting for us. The gentleman in the green shirt back here is the contractor with Circle C Construction. His name is Keegan Jonkers. So today we're going to introduce everybody like we just did. We're going to do an overview of the project and the area. We're going to go over some frequently asked questions and discuss the construction timeline. Again, Walter Norwood, and the inspector is Stephen Martinez. Circle C is the contractor. Hewitt Zollers is the design consultant. Just to give you some history on this project, in 2019, Fort Worth contracted with a developer to begin construction on this main. I'm sure you know there's a lot of housing construction in the area, and they need additional sewer service. There's also development on the other side, or on the west end of town, and they need these water lines. In 2019, we hosted a design meeting for this project and another public meeting prior to construction in 2021. Unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, construction was halted and the contractor left the project in 2023. So now here we are in 2024. We're going to construct this project as a capital project with the water department. And we issued notice to proceed already. The contractor should begin working early November. This project will replace approximately 15,800 feet, or almost 3 miles of old sewer line with a larger pipe. And we refer to this project as the Hanna Ranch Sewer because that was the developer that instigated the construction. But it also serves other developments and City of Fort Worth and the City of Everman. It's bounded by Everman-Kennedale Road, Royal Crest Drive, West Bell Avenue, Village Creek, East Enon Avenue, and Wichita Street. Wichita Street's the western boundary, and it's just east of Blue Bell Drive. So some of the affected stakeholders besides the citizens are the City of Everman, City of Fort Worth, City of Fort Worth Extraterritorial Jurisdiction, or ETJ, and the Everman Independent School District. It's going to involve the Everman Police Department and Fire Department, Hommel Elementary, Bishop Elementary, and Souder Elementary. This map shows a layout, which is also on the easel over here. You're welcome to look at it. We have a set of plans in the back that you're free to look at. The city of Fort Worth refers to this as M295. On the eastern portion, or the lower end, the existing pipe is a 21-inch diameter, and we're going to increase it to a 36-inch diameter. After it goes down Enon, it reduces in size to an 18-inch. M295 is west of Enon and Forest Hill intersection, then east to Kennedale-Everman Road, where it stops just east of Anglin Drive. After you turn away from Enon to the north, we call the sewer main M329. That's where it is. A 21-inch that we're going to upsize to a 36-inch. And M329 extends to Wichita Street and crosses through Clyde Pittman Park. We've also divided it up into units, Unit 1, 2, and 3, for different reasons. Essentially, Unit 1 was the portion that has already been worked on by the previous contractor. Unit 2 is the portion that's 36-inch, and then Unit 3 is the smaller line that extends farther to the west. Some of the streets that are impacted by this project are Lee Street, Roy C. Brooks Boulevard, East Enon, Anglin Circle, Everman Kennedale Road. In addition to replacing it within those streets, we'll also put it in a private easement between Wichita and Race Street, between Roy Brooks and East Enon, between East Enon to Anglin Circle to Anglin Drive, and Anglin Drive to Everman Kennedale Road. The contractor will begin along Everman Kennedale Road, and he will work towards the west from there. There will be some lane closures during construction. We don't anticipate completely closing any roads except when we're working on the paving in East Enon, as far as I know. So if they're working in a street you live on, you'll still have access to your house at all times somehow. The contractor will use flaggers if we have to go down to one lane during the day, and typically we open up the road at night. If they need access to your property, you were contacted previously with the previous construction project, but we will also notify you as we get closer to your property. You're encouraged to take pictures of your property before construction work begins there, in case you have a discrepancy, and we'll have the video. Our contractor will also be videoing the site. As I said, we'll try to keep the driveways open except as we're passing by. That should be the only time that it's blocked. Otherwise, we'll at least have a temporary driveway for you to drive on until we can repair the driveway. Normal hours for construction are 7 to 6, Monday through Friday, unless the contractor requests to work on Saturday. we observe these holidays. We will make, yes.
Back up to the holidays, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
We'll make every effort to make your trash cans available to the trash trucks. Sometimes they don't want to drive down the road when we're working, but we'll do the best we can to encourage them to get the trash or make it available to them. As this says here, you may want to put it on the opposite side of the street when it looks like it's going to be difficult for them to get to. If you need any help doing that, the contractor's here to help. He's right back there. So we expect the groundbreaking to be in early November. And if we're going to be near or on your property, we'll have a door hanger. We've got an example of the door hanger on the table in the back. Like we said, normal working hours, 7 to 6 at the latest or earliest. And we expect this project to end in spring or summer of 2026. This is an example of what you see on the door hanger to let you know that construction's coming. You'll receive this one that they're going to be there in 7 days, and then you'll get one that says they're going to be there tomorrow. If you need more information, you can go to our website, www.fortworthtexas.gov, and this project is number 102152. If you can get to that website and go to the projects page, you just type in that number or search for the Hanna Ranch sewer main, and you should be able to find the project page. It'll have maps similar to the one up here and contact information, including mine. It'll also have a link to this PowerPoint presentation. If you see any problems with the sewer, you can call our main breaks number 24 hours a day, 817-392-4477. If it's not an emergency, you can call our call center at 817-392-4477, the same number. And you're welcome to download My Fort Worth app at the Apple Store or Google Play. You can report sewer overflows, leaks, and main breaks on that. So there's my contact information again. I'll leave that up for you.
Excuse me, would you back it up one slide again, please, sir?
Yeah, I was going to just leave that up after I was done. And again, the Circle C is the contractor, design consultant is Hewitt Zollers, and that's the end of this presentation. We're going to hang around and answer any questions you have and walk you through the plans if you want.
Can I just say one? Whoa, that's really loud, sorry. Just one thing to kind of add that I think is important. If y'all don't know, Circle C Construction is right next door to here. Not that I'm telling you to go pound on their door, but I say that because I think that's important to know that I think they're valued in the community. I think that's going to be important as a part of the project. It's always neat when you have somebody that's working on a project that's valued in the community as well. So That's important. This presentation, any information that you need will all be available through the Fort Worth website. We're going to link everything that they put on their page on our page as well to make sure it's accessible to you. I saw a lot of people trying to get photos and stuff. If you missed a slide, don't stress. We'll put it on the website. We'll make sure that you have access to it if you missed a photo or have any questions. If you got any questions for us, I think one of the answers is, why is Fort Worth doing this project? The answer to that is the city of Everman actually contracts with Fort Worth for wholesale sewer. So that's one of the big reasons. If you weren't aware of that, they provide the sewer service for us, one of the big reasons why it comes through here. So they're a service contractor for us. This is going to be a massive improvement for us, and we're really excited about it. And from the city of Everman side, we're excited to be a good partner with Fort Worth. So thank you for putting this meeting on. Thank you for hosting it here, and thank y'all for coming out. And I think the plan is just hang around, and if y'all have questions, they'll get with you. Is that correct? You want to ask questions now? Sure. Yep, she said sure. Here, let me walk this over to you so everybody can hear you.
There you go.
That's all right.
Is that okay?
Yes.
When this all starts, I'm concerned about the kids getting to and from school and how that's going to affect them. Are the police going to be helping if we have any issues?
We'll notify the school, each of the schools, and coordinate with them as much as we can. Probably the biggest impact will be on Enon when we're working there. We may have to detour cars. I don't know if there's a lot of pedestrian activity there or not, but.
Also, I'd like to know, when this is all finished, who is going to be responsible for repairing all the streets from all the construction?
We'll do that as part of this project. I should have mentioned that. All the streets that we're working in, we're going to do a full street repair. We won't just patch it. We'll do the whole road.
Okay, and then I have one more question. Why, and I'm not an engineer, of course, but why are the sewers going from I mean, they're going to be going from 36 to 21 or 21 to 36. Why south of Everman does it change to 18?
It doesn't. We're replacing the 18-inch with a 21-inch.
All south of Everman?
Not south of Everman. After
South
we
of
turn
Enon?
north of Enon, that's where it gets smaller in this area to the west.
There's no replacement south of Enon, right?
No, there's a sewer line that goes south, but we're not working on that line.
Okay.
On the far left is 18-inch now, and it's going to be changed to 21.
That's correct.
Okay, and so this project is going to take from November of this year to when of 26?
Until summer of 26 at least.
That's if there's no bad weather or anything happens. Okay. That's all I have.
Anybody else?
I'm going to break that. TCE,
Yes.
temporary construction easement, are we renewing all those?
Yes.
Okay,
We'll be contacting you to renew those temporary construction easements.
okay.
Anybody else?
I'd just like to say it's gonna be nice to have new sewers and not infested names on them.
So we're only replacing the large main. Your local mains belong to Everman.
Thanks. The local lines belong to us.
Recently in Fort Worth, I'm going through a sewer line replacement as well. They actually had to tunnel under the golf courses and tunnel under the creeks around Fossil Creek.
Oh.
So that project did take forever. It was started even before we had some ditches in the area. And the main kind of complaint It's almost seemed like, well, that side of the pipe is done and complete. It didn't feel like it was getting buttoned up as we
Yeah.
were moving the pipe along. And I'm sure there were, reasons why too. But, is it the whole thing that needs being worked on at once? I know the pipe is, obviously linear.
So
What about like the surface?
let me kind of explain how we're going to do this project. Keegan can help with that. So we're going to start down here at Anglin Drive, and we're going to work where they've already laid some pipe. And we're going to set up a bypass system on this section between the new electric substation and Enon. We'll start pumping the sewer, and we'll essentially finish the sewer line on that section, right?
Yes.
Then we'll move down here and set up a bypass pumping system and pump over to here and work on that line.
Correct.
And then to do the same thing a third time. So it's going to be 3 setups where we basically lay the pipe and finish the manholes. As far as paving and stuff, that'll come a little bit later after we finish.
Yes.
And paving contractors like to come in and do everything all in the same day. So that's kind of how they work, but that's how you get the best price.
So all the road work will be at the same time after the whole project is complete?
I wouldn't say after it's completely done.
I'd
But-
like to get everything done on Enon and accepted by the city as a final product. And then we can bring in the pavers and lay that out and get the paving back to normal. At that same time, we'll be back working here on the sewer, so 2 parts of the project can happen simultaneously, and we get the road back earlier than later.
Okay, so you anticipate starting next month. When do you anticipate actually starting in Everett?
We are gonna set up our bypass, like Walter was saying, right there, just on the other side of the street from where Hickory Stick is. And we'll be there for several months working on bypass and laying about 4,000 feet of pipe. And so,
In November?
that's when we're gonna start, yes.
Well, I thought you were gonna start over there on the far right and work your way.
This is all completed at this point. It's been done by the other contractor.
Okay.
And so there is a repair that needs to be made and some closed circuit television that they want us to do to make sure that the pipe's in good condition. So we're gonna focus this whole section as our first area to work in. And
So perhaps Hickory Stick is the starting point for next month.
Hickory, you'll see us starting there, yes, next month. You'll probably see us starting to clear right-of-way and set up fences before then. I'm trying to get started earlier than next month if possible. So,
And that's mainly down the creek,
yes,
all along the creek. and
Yes.
Some people's property.
yes. It'll be all through the right-of-way and the temporary right of entry.
Creek deeper.
Not yet, no. I know that's an issue.
Are you gonna be able to preserve or maintain the floodway? Is the floodplain manager aware of what's going on, I'm assuming? We're not gonna need.
So we are going to restore the ground back to the current condition. We're not adding any fill. We're not dumping any fill.
No.
We don't want to get involved in the floodplain any more than we have to. No, we don't. So I guess, as he said, he's going to begin setting up the bypass. That'll mean clearing the path along the sewer line. I guess the bypass is going to generally run along the sewer line. It'll be a pipe on the ground that's used for pumping the sewage around where we're working, where he's working. That'll be the first thing. If you have animals, coordinate with Keegan and his crew.
We'll put up fencing where we need to put fencing. We'll keep everything safe and isolated to our workspace. And I mean, it will look like a mess. It will be a mess, but we'll clean it up.
Well, thank you. We're anticipating wonderful work, and then Enon being smooth, all this
It'll be smooth to just past Taco Oasis. So Taco Oasis to the Hickory Stick is where the overlay is. I don't know if the limits are any more than that.
It's a little bit past the taco
Okay.
place.
So that's about the limits of paving replacement.
Okay. I was expecting it to be a little further down, but we'll take that.
That's up. Just talk to Walter. He can increase the quantities as much as.
This is for the city manager. Since they're gonna be cutting down to one lane, can we get some blinking stop signs at the corner of Enon and Forest Hill? Because people run those stop signs all the time. And with it being down to one lane, they're gonna be more impatient and probably it's gonna cause a little more issue.
Are you asking about like permanent, like what the flashing stop signs that we've got in other portions of the city?
Yes.
A permanent fixture?
Could that be possible?
Anything's possible, council member. You approved my budget, so anything's possible. But let me look at what the cost is and whether or not, because those would somewhat be temporary, considering we are planning improvements on Forest Hill Drive, completely separate project, expansion there, that will eventually turn into a signal intersection. So let me make sure and do some cost benefit there and bring that back. But I don't, if nothing else, we can probably come up with some. Sure. 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 Yes, ma'am. Anything else? Okay, and if you're not comfortable asking your question in a group, I think there's a plan to stick around for a little bit, so if you have additional questions, you can absolutely come get them answered too, I believe, right?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe one last thing, is the construction schedule gonna be posted somewhere where we can just kind of reference it? And update?
I've given a schedule to Walter already.
Yeah, if you want a detailed schedule, we can get that for you.
It's kind of a starting point. We just see how it goes from there.
Chief, could we put that on our website?
So what we'll do is we'll link their project page on our website. So that way we're not both trying to simultaneously update. We don't want conflicting information, right? I don't want them to post an update and us not post it or anything like that. So we'll make sure to put a link on our website that links to the project page, so that way you can get to their page easy.
And you might consider labeling it or putting a button that says, schedule of construction or something so they'll know that's what they're probably more interested in.
Sure, but it's going to depend on how Fort Worth wants to design their page. Again, I don't want to try to duplicate publications because I think it would become confusing if some people are looking.
We could say schedule and point them.
Right, we'll do our best to try to link it to their project management page. Sure.
Do we do have a House of District 8? District Director? Chelsea? Yes. Good evening, everyone. I'm Councilman Nettles, District Director. So if anyone has. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm Chelsea Anthony, Councilman Nettles, District Director. So any questions throughout the project, feel free to reach out to the office. I do have cards here, so you're more than welcome to call and connect with me. Any questions or comments about the project? Thank you.
Okay, like Craig said, we're here to help. We'll hang around till everybody leaves.
Thank you.
You're welcome.